Everyone, welcome to Zack Attack Reviews, where I break down the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly of movies, TV shows, and more. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix new Western film, The Harder They Fall. It's produced by Jay-Z and is filled with a stacked cast. Did this movie fall off the horse, or is it riding high? Let's talk about it. Harder They Fall is a revisionist tale based on the real black cowboys in the South, and it's the starring Jonathan Majors, who plays Nat Love. He's the leader of the Nat Love gang, and he is on a revenge tour against the Ruckus gang. And the leader of that group is named Ruckus, and it's played by Idris Elba. This movie is directed by Jeymes Samuel. The only other directing credit he has is another Western that he shot in 2013. So you can tell that he has a love for the genre, and I see inspirations from classic Westerns like 310 to Yuma, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, a Japanese Western, and one of my favorite movies of all time, Django. Let's talk about the good. First off, I gotta say, I've never seen the movie that this guy's done before, but his directing, his writing is really done really well here. It's very stylish. It reminds me of a Quentin Tarantino movie. If you like I said, the quick cuts, the stylish camera angles, the way he films the scenes, and he feeds into the emotion, the way he pulls in and out. There's never a scene that's done the same way twice in this movie. He tries a lot of different things with the camera angles to keep you drawn in, and he's written with such energy where it feels like every scene is going to the beat, towards the music, and the music is provided by the sound and ear of Jay-Z. So there's a lot of reggae, a lot of rap, some original music in there, and it fits the tone very well. Music feels modern, even though it's like set in the past, but it still feels right in the right place. And the cinematography is great. The movie is gorgeous. Even watching it just on TV, I could have watched this movie in a theater, and I would have been like, wow, this is theater quality for a Netflix film. A lot of times, it's a little lower quality for a streaming movie. And he manages to weave a lot of great moments in and out, going from a serious tone to a funny tone, to the brutal moments, the outrageous moments. He weaves them perfectly with different music cues, different cuts, the way he focuses on certain things so that it doesn't feel out of place. I really enjoy his directing styles here. And the movie is a lot funnier than the trailers led off the beat. It has a lot of humor in there that I really enjoyed. I went from chuckling to laughing out loud and holding my gut. And it's different styles of humor. It's humor that fits each character, so it doesn't feel like everybody's making the same joke, or they're making humor that doesn't fit their character. We have dry humor, we have slapstick humor, we have just gags that go on and on that fits each character and lets each character have their moments, because this is a movie about outlaws, but the Nat Love gang is an outlaw cowboy gang that robs other outlaws. So they have a little bit more honor, and they're more the good guys, the protagonists of the story. And Idris Elba's Ruckus gang is more the antagonist. They're more seen as the bad part of the gang, but it plays with a little bit of a gray area because they have a motivation that seems positive. It's just they may be going about it the wrong way. And I think that they find a way to humanize each side with the humor, with the conversations that they have, with showing their motivations, which was great. So it didn't just feel like, oh, these are just the evil people that we have to root against, and then this is just the good side. They play with the gray areas for both sides. And a lot of times with these movies that have stacked casts, they either the cast is utilized really well, and there's a lot of standouts and everybody's utilized properly, or sometimes it feels like some people are making cameos and it's a little bit of a cash grab to get them in the movie to draw you in so you can see somebody brand new. This movie is the former. Everybody shines. Everybody is well casted and well directed and knocks out of the park for me in terms of their performances. Jonathan Majors, if you've ever seen him in anything before, recently this year, Loki, where he was King the Conqueror, he was great, and Lovecraft Country from last year, he was great in that as well. And he has other other movies that he's done before that he just does a great job. One of my favorites, The Last Black Man in San Francisco. That's where I discovered him. And Idris Elba, Regina King, they're all wonderful. LaKeith Stanfield, he's his best LaKeith Stanfield he's gonna be at. Very charismatic, very laid back, but has a very dangerous disposition. He's very funny in this movie as well, but very dangerous. But I want to shout out other people that I didn't really know before this movie that standed out for me. Actors like Danielle Deadwyler, RJ Cyler, and obviously I knew Zazie Beetz from Atlanta, and she was also in Deadpool, but I feel like she got to do a lot more, and this is one of her best performances I've seen for her in anything I've seen her so far. So they brought a lot of heart to their roles and a lot of heart to the movie, and they played on both sides, so it was really good. And yes, I'm talking about the cinematography, the directing, and the music, and the acting, and how hilarious it is. But this is a Western, and the most important part of the Western is if it feels like a Western and the action is done well. And I think that they nail the feel of a modern Western really well, and also the action felt authentic to a point. It's not meant to be super realistic. There are some stylized deaths here and there. Someone gets shot and they jump up in the air, fall back, get shot again before they fall, but it feels still great for a Western. And they have a lot of standout gunfights and action scenes, especially between Zazie Beetz' character, Mary, and Regina King's character, that went on for a good 3 minutes. It was just very interesting. Now let's talk about the bad. These are not super the detriments to the movie, but it depending on who you are and what kind of flow of movie you like, there are parts of each act that slows down the kinetic energy and the frankness to a halt, to give exposition, to give moments to each character to kind of talk and breathe. But sometimes I feel like some of those scenes went on for a little too long, and it kind of made the movie stop at a halt. I was never bored, but I could feel like some people might be like, okay, let's get it going. This is a over 2 hour movie, and some of the scenes do drag a little bit. And even though the screenplay is written really well, if you're looking for something a little bit more meat on the bones, it's a very simple story. Nat Love, he is a cowboy that has an honor code, and he has a beef against Ruckus, and he wants to get revenge. And that is a simple revenge plot. There is a twist, but you can see it coming, and it's also nothing so profound, but it was effective. It wasn't insulted by the twist at all. It didn't come super out of nowhere, or didn't feel like it was in the right place. But the story is very simple. You're there to enjoy the performances and the action. So what's my verdict? Who is this movie for? Who is it not for? And is it rewatchable? This movie is for if you like Westerns, you want something stylish, brutal, but fun, funny, and have lovable characters. Who is this not for? It's for people who don't like Westerns or revisionist history, or you're not too fond of seeing blood splatter or a little bit of gore. It's not a lot, but some people don't like it at all. And I think this movie is rewatchable because of the fun moments in between, and the action. Is a fun movie if you watch it by yourself, and it's definitely be a fun movie to watch with friends. My verdict for this movie, and my grade I give it, is a C+. So what do you guys think of the movie that have seen the movie, and have I convinced you to watch it if you were on the fence about it? Drop your comments down below. Let me know what your favorite Westerns are. Let me know what your favorite Netflix films are the year so far. It's almost getting to the end. I think there's been a lot of good ones this year. And subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my next video, and you can actually watch more right now.